Well, I didn't know I was supposed to bring it.
I'm sorry, I didn't give you the memos.
We're supposed to put it Congratulations.
I was just trying to.
Good evening and welcome to the regular City Council meeting of Thursday, August 18th. I'd like to call our meeting to order, and clerk, please take the roll.
Mayor Hartke,
Present.
Vice Mayor Rowe,
Here.
Councilmember Harris,
Here.
Councilmember Lopez,
Here.
Councilmember Stewart,
Here.
Councilmember Ellis,
Here.
Councilmember Orlando.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you so much. Our invocation tonight will be led by Pastor Robert Felix of Chandler Presbyterian Church, and our Pledge of Allegiance by Councilmember Renee Lopez. Pastor.
Thank you. Greetings from Chandler Presbyterian. If you would, I thought we would start by just taking a few quiet moments and thinking about the youngest people and the children in your life. And then I'll continue our prayer. Lord, thank you for bringing us so many new things, and especially for new generations of people in our community. Tonight we pray for them as they attend school, play sports, serve their neighborhoods, and deal with all the excitements and challenges of growing up. And tonight, please give us the wisdom to make choices that will make their lives better for years to come. Help us to take on challenges so that we can provide them with a world that's healthy, safe, and filled with good things. Please give us hearts to think of future generations, not just ourselves, and give us the courage to do the hard work now that will set us up for the future in beautiful ways. Amen.
Amen.
Please join me in reciting our pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Your children reminded me of in my father-in-law in the church he would attend. Although he was never part of the choir, he led it from the second row in the audience. So. Council, before we have a motion for the consent agenda, I have two speaker cards related to items that are part of our consent agenda. So as I call you up, you're welcome to share your thoughts and related to this item. And the first is Chandra Norman. Chandra. If you would come up to the podium up here, please. And if you'd state your name and address, and you have up to 3 minutes.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Chandra Norman. I am your Miss Arizona Juneteenth 2022. I am also the Black Student Union President at Chandler's High School. You said state our address,
Yeah,
like home address,
yeah,
871 West Saragossa Street.
thank you.
We all carry inside us people who came before us. While I am more than blessed and honored to wear a sash, crown, hold this amazing title, and lead my club with pride, my honor is heavily associated with the holiday commemorating my ancestors' emancipation. I represent the legacy of the Black identity in America and the end of a 400-year hardship my ancestors faced at the hands of the oppressors. Our story is nonetheless one of progress. Our story is, or my bad. Juneteenth is more than just a holiday or a day off of work. Juneteenth provides us the opportunity for all individuals to examine the evolving narrative of what it means to be Black in America and embrace a vital milestone in our country's history to understand the culture and history of Black America. Juneteenth reminds us all of what we've endured and all that we're able to achieve. We've turned our pain into power, and our power blossomed into growth. Thank you all for your support.
Thank you. And next, Kendall McCollum.
Okay. Is this the microphone?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kendall McCollum. I live at 2964 North Coronado Street, 85224, Chandler, Arizona. And I'm your Team Miss Juneteenth Arizona 2022. Although holding the title as Team Miss Juneteenth, wearing a crown and a sash is a blessing in itself, there is a deeper meaning behind my title and who I represent not only as a queen, but as an African American. I walk in my ancestors' legacy, strength, and power, for I uphold the importance of the holiday Juneteenth. Juneteenth isn't simply a celebration of victory or acceptance, but a celebration of progress. Juneteenth affirms that despite the most painful and difficult parts of our history, change is more than possible and that there is still more work to be done. Juneteenth is a reminder of our power and our strength to overcome adversity. Where there is no struggle, there is no strength. Thank you.
Thank you, Kendall, and thank you, Chandra. Council, those are the only cards related to our consent agenda, so a motion would be in order. Councilmember Ellis.
Here I make a motion that we accept the agenda with started number 1 to number 58.
All right, so we have a motion. Is there a second? Councilmember Lopez with the second. Councilmember Harris, I believe you had a recuse statement. Councilmember Harris?
He's no longer there.
All right, Council, please vote.
Councilmember Orlando? Councilmember Harris? We may have temporarily lost them.
Hello?
Oh, Councilmember Orlando?
Yes.
How do you vote?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And Councilmember Harris? I'll see if I can get him back on.
Okay. Councilmember Harris had noted on Monday that he needed to recuse himself from one of the items because of personal business. So please, you have that. I believe I can state that. Is that acceptable, Attorney?
Mayor, if I may, yes, he has a conflict, I believe, on item 33, so we'll note it.
All right. So he's made that known to you, and we can note that. in the minutes as well. With that, council, please vote. We did.
Motion carries unanimously.
Very good. Thank you, council. Next on our agenda is, that's before Andre takes everybody out for ice cream, I believe. He's paying, I hear, or his dad is. So before that, we do have one unscheduled public appearance, and that is by Lisa Snyder. Lisa, please come to the dais. You state your name and address for the record, and you have 3 minutes. Please share your concerns with us. As unscheduled, we cannot interact with you, but we would love to hear from you.
Hi, I'm Lisa Snyder, resident at 4077 South Sabrina Drive. And thank you for your time and attention, Council. I'm a Chandler resident, as I just stated. I'm speaking today about a safety incident I experienced at Bogle Junior High on Wednesday, August 10th. My son is an 8th grader there, and each day between me and my husband, we drop him off and pick him up. Last Wednesday afternoon, I happened to arrive 10 minutes early for pickup, and at the time I witnessed suspicious activity. 3 males, approximately 18 to 20 years old, exited a vehicle that I did not recognize. One male was carrying a backpack. It looked empty, light, no books, no sports equipment, nothing that really made sense. I contacted the school twice immediately. Once to alert security that 3 suspicious males were walking towards the west side entrance and I lost visibility. And a second time to let security know the males had reappeared and left without a student or a parent. I provided the vehicle description and a license plate, and I was immediately transferred to the voicemail of School Resource Officer Tyler Service. For me, I'm getting emotional. For me, leaving a voicemail is not enough. That night, I did not sleep. I kept thinking about what they were doing there and why the backpack. In the morning, I didn't feel comfortable sending my son to school until the information I had reached someone who could take action. I contacted Chandler PD non-emergency and relayed the physical and vehicle description to dispatch. I did not make contact with an officer, so my husband decided to drive to the school and relay the information in person to School Resource Officer Tyler Service. And I thank Officer Service for his swift response to my husband's request to speak to him in person and to take the information I provided. By the end of the school day, Officer Service had identified the males and taken action. My instincts were accurate. One of the males had already been criminally trespassed from every Chandler School District campus and had no reason to be at Bogle Junior High. I do not know what the males were carrying in that backpack, but thinking about the possibilities makes me sick. It took me 16 hours to get the information that I had into the hands of a trained professional, an SRO, that could take action to protect our kids. It took 16 hours because I assumed that SRO Service was absent the day. The school just simply transferred me to his voicemail. This incident forced me to learn that there is no backup plan for coverage when an SRO is absent, and not every school has an SRO. This is alarming. I was under the assumption that SRO coverage was full-time regardless of absence. With the current state of school safety in our country, and when information sharing and time can work for us or against us, we cannot be complacent. We must do better. I am here to encourage a higher level of support for the School Resource Officer Program. I am here to say that 16 hours is far too long to share critical information. Council, every school campus in the city of Chandler deserves full-time School Resource Officer coverage. Please make this your priority. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, we cannot connect or comment with the unscheduled. I do know that Lisa has met with our police chief, and we are engaging on that level.
Yeah, so that is
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, members of council, you are correct, Mayor. Chief Duggan has already spoken with Ms. Snyder, and we are working on a solution to her concerns on an ongoing basis.
Council, next on our night's agenda is current events for the council members and present in the room. I will start. I've got a few. So first of all, we're looking for volunteers for our City Day coming up on October 23rd. We will be painting homes, weeding yards, and cleaning up a neighborhood in West Chandler, the Pepperhood neighborhood this year. And if you would like to volunteer or find out more information for yourself or groups that you represent, please check out forourcitychandler.org for more information. Secondly, it's been 2 weeks and 2 days since the primary election, and I want to encourage all candidates who were unsuccessful in this last race to remove their signs from our Chandler streets. Thank you to all who have. I just on the drive here, I saw a local race sign, a congressional, a attorney general, and a mayoral, 2 mayoral. So I would appreciate, as the rest of our community would, if our candidates who are not going on, if they would remove their signs. And audience, you can, if you're one of them or your friends, please remove their signs and help them, or give them a call or send them an email and ask them to do the same. Third, on August 24th, it's Ukrainian Independence Day. It was just over 30 years on August 24th that Ukraine declared its independence from the Soviet Union. And today they are in a war again. So our hearts go out to all of those who have been affected on both sides, and our hearts and our prayers continue. And last but not least, today I want to wish a happy Labor Day coming up. We won't be meeting until afterwards in September, so please stay safe on this long weekend. Enjoy it with your family. Watch your kids around water and be careful on our streets. So with that, Councilmember Lopez.
No, thank you. No announcements. You took my water advisement away from me, but it's all right.
Say it better than I could have.
No, just make sure we watch our kids around water. I don't know how to better to say it.
Vice Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, have a great holiday. And to his discussion about water, my little granddaughter turned 2 years old, and she swims, and she scares me to death, but she jumps in the pool and she goes, "Help me, help me, help me," and swims to the edge and climbs out of the pool. So that's about swim lessons and helping kids learn and keeping your eyes on them, and just be safe and enjoy your holiday. Thank you.
Councilmember Stewart.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, I'm going to talk about water too, but it's not such a great story. Earlier this week, the Bureau of Reclamation announced a Tier 2 shortage declaration for the lower Colorado River Basin. I'm sure many of us have heard about that. Fortunately, in preparation for this shortage, Chandler declared a Stage 1 a few months back, and we're expecting a reduction in the Colorado River supplies to our city, but it will not impact our overall water portfolio. We have been planning this for decades. We have aquifers, we have purchased water rights from our neighboring community, Gila River Indians, and other things like that. And so as we're preparing for those shortages, and we're going to look at a slide right here, we have been fortunate that over the past decades, we have been lowering our water usage over time. And so our community has been mindful of water conservation, and will continue to do so. So it's more important than ever to provide conservation education and resources to our residents, and we will be doing that. And here's a few ways, if you're watching and if you're heading home tonight, that you can fix and find leaks. Utilize our free water wise site. We have a water site on our website, say that 3 times fast, to reduce outdoor water use. We have rebates to install smart irrigation controllers, and rebates to replace grass with low water use landscaping. Try to skip maybe overseeding your lawn this year. Let's kind of get through this until the the lakes fill up again and the reservoirs, and then use our online water calculator to optimize your water use. And then HOAs can reduce water by registering for our large landscape irrigation efficiency program. Learn more at chandleraz.gov/water. And yes, we will be communicating with our businesses as well, as they're a large user of water. But in this together, we can maybe cut some of our usage and improve the outcome for everyone. Thank you.
Councilmember Ellis.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, it's Contigo time. I know last year we took the first prize. We brought home a beautiful trophy. And this year we are hoping to do the same thing. September 8th, Chandler Contigo Story Walk. It's going to be Siesta, will be unveiled at Ember Wood Park. We would like you to join us with your children for that walk story part. This is also an interactive reading experience, so please join us and bring your family to walk around the park table and take also the pictures with the book displays. Mark your calendars also for Chandler Contigo Kickoff Festival, which will be on September 17th. The festival also kicks off Hispanic Heritage Month, which is going to be an amazing, amazing month. And we will feature live performance, DJ, food trucks, free crafts and activities, and then learn more of Chandler's governance. And please go on chandler.gov/diversity if you need to have more information about that. Since everybody talked about Labor Day, thank you for clapping for me. Since everybody talked about Labor Day, I thought that I will bring some fun facts about Labor Day. It's important to remember what led to this holiday. The first parade was organized in 1882 as people protested terrible work conditions. It became a national holiday in 1894, but it took many years for working condition to improve. So let's just let that sink as we enjoying the weekend and going to our pools and enjoying that. The next one is over the next 4 decades, minimum wage were increased, work days were shortened, and Congress limited child labor. Think about that. And I know there are some places in the world where child labor is still okay. The last thing that I would like you to think about concerning this holiday is that we are very grateful to those brave workers who took a stand, paving the way for today's workforce. Thank you so much and enjoy your time this weekend holiday.
Councilmember Ellis, did you know another fun fact? That 135 years ago today, Dr. A.J. Chandler arrived in Prescott, the territorial capital, and then established himself as the first veterinary surgeon in the territory of Arizona. Another fun fact of the day.
So everybody, when you think about Dr. Chandler, think about Preston.
I did not know that.
I'm here for you.
So we're all learning something. It's okay to learn because education is important.
City manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of council. Just briefly, on Monday, you approved the canvass of the election and wanted to have a chance on behalf of staff to congratulate those who were successful. Congratulate to you, Mayor Harkey, on your reelection, and Councilor Orlando, as well as our new council members, Poston and Encinas. And also wanted to mention something that was not talked about as much as on Monday was Prop 470's passage. So wanted to thank you, Mayor and Council, for your support. I know, although Ms. Lang is not here, she really appreciates your support on that issue. Huge success for the city of Chandler with more than 86% voting in favor of that, which is just a true testament to your leadership and financial acumen in the city. So thank you for that. That's all, Mayor.
According to my records over the last 20 years and probably further on, this was the highest percentage of voter confidence in the city of Chandler than of any previous election. So thank you, Chandler voters.
I did my part. I asked them to go vote, and they did.
So before we conclude, I understand, Councilmember Harris, did you want to verbally state your recusal and vote for the consent agenda?
Yes. Thank you, Mayor. I would like to accuse my recusal for, I think it's item 33, as I have a conflict of interest. And then I want to vote yes on the Juneteenth holiday. So that's an historical moment for the city of Chandler, and I'm just so glad that this is so important to so many. So I'm very grateful for this day to finally come. Thank you.
I'm assuming you're voting yes on all the consent agenda too?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, council member. With that, that concludes our meeting tonight, and enjoy your ice cream, Andre.